Hey everybody, thanks for coming and checking out my little channel here. Today I just want to kind of ask, I'm just being brand new with this, just learning on how to do the YouTube, so, my films are pretty basic right at the moment, but as I, get there and build up my views and my subscribers, I get to go on to bigger and better things. So if y'all can help me out a little bit, just kind of get me boosted up there, I'd really appreciate it. Right now what I want to do is give a little bit of a rundown on an update for the baby Dior case that I posted other videos about. For those of you who haven't seen the other videos, quick synopsis. Parents, a 2.5-year-old child, great-grandfather, and the grandfather's friend all went camping. It was like a national park type place, so it was like a huge place for camping. The parents went fishing. The great-grandfather and his friend were supposed to be watching the baby. The mother comes back, the baby's gone. So now they're putting accusations out that, the parents know something and they're not acting right and, just kind of really zoning in on the parents. And I think that might have to do with, they didn't want to probably have another Casey Anthony case on their hands, where a 2.5, 3-year-old child is missing and nobody knows where this baby is. And there's only a certain amount of people that would have access, So, and also at the campground, when cars would come through there, you'd have to go by, you'd hear the cars. So it was close to, where people could see. So I don't know. So, at first the investigators found that the parents weren't really keeping their stories straight, so they wanted to give them a polygraph test. They agreed, they went and they took it. Now, what they say in this newscast is that they failed one section of this polygraph test, and it was on, the one question was, where? Do you know where baby Dion is? And do you know what happened to baby Dior? And they both failed for that. So 4 months after the baby's missing, they hire a private investigator. So right now, as the story's going, he's just off looking for information. So then the news reporter goes to talk to the mother and just kind of asking, with the grandfather, does he fall asleep? Because he's on oxygen, so he's got to take, a thing of oxygen with him wherever he goes. So I don't think that with him having to have 24-hour oxygen on, I don't think he would be able to get in this big space of area, take the child, and maybe, now this is speculation, but work with me here, and, ditch onto the child and buried it, and then come back to the campsite like nothing happened. I think the great-grandfather can really be ruled out as a suspect. So then we have the great-grandfather's friend. His name is Isaac. So we asked the mother, what was it, the scene like as far as people starting to come to go and look. The mother was saying that, everybody was doing their part. They had us just stay back, let them do their thing. And so Isaac, they noticed, would leave the campsite for quite some time and come back. It's like, what have you been doing? There's not much. It's not like you're going to go up to the store and there's a local bar with pool tables and stuff. You're out in this big place. So that was funny, and that, caught her attention. Also, she said that he was in the tent the whole entire time. Everybody was searching. He did not help. He reset his phone to factory settings 3 times that weekend. 3! Listen, I'm bad with electronics, I will admit that. But if I had to restore to factory settings, usually it's only once. So 3 times in one weekend is very odd. So while he was in his tent, I guess he was drinking a lot. So he was just kind of being a little drunken, secluded little guy there, not wanting to help out to find this baby. The news reporter went to go and talk with Isaac. And at first, the mother did tell the reporter that Isaac said to the mother, Jessica, why did you even bring the baby here? Like, sarcastically, like, this isn't a place for the baby. And she said, she responded, like, it's my son. Of course I'm going to take him with me wherever I go. So when the reporter was talking with Isaac and asking for his kind of story, I'm kind of looking at his face, his posture, seeing if, can pick out something that's just not right. He's a creepy guy. He's a creepy guy. So, we got something going on here, I think. And when the reporter asked him about a polygraph test, he said, yes, he did take one, but he refused to give what the results were. So, right at the moment, we don't know what the results were. But I have a feeling if he passed, I think he would say, I passed, I didn't do anything. He's like, I don't want to accuse anybody. I don't want to name anybody. You want to stay out of it. Why? There's only 3 people there, other people there, and one of them is on oxygen. He can't go searching. He can't do nothing. And you're just going to sit there and drink? Telling you, scruples loose on that one. And then as they're going on, they show pictures of the mother and the baby and, all cutesy and lovable and whatnot. But there was this one picture that they showed, and it was like a brief thing that kind of came on the screen and then floated off. But it seemed like the mother was given, like, the evil eye to her child in this picture. I mean, she looked like she could be mean, or very bitchy. I don't know. I didn't say that. But just that picture struck me kind of weird. Now, they had other dogs come out in 2017, and these dogs were able to find live or dead smells as far as whether the boy was alive, he'd follow the scent. If the boy died and there remains out there, the dog would follow and know that smell. Those are the 2 smells that dog is trained for. So now we're back to the PI, because now he pops up and he's trying to now blame the parents. And he's like, you know what? I took thousands of your dollars. I will investigate. And now he wants to take their money and blame them. So it was a big mess. They both lost their jobs. They lost friends. They lost so much. They separated, so they're not together anymore. And the PI never came up with any evidence. So he was all just mouthing off. So I don't even think you'd want to call him a private investigator, because that's not what they do. Bad representation, if you ask me. The reporter did ask that during this time, why, just before going camping, maybe a couple of weeks or whatever, a couple of months, she gave her other children to the father. And not the boyfriend of baby Dion, another guy, who's the father of her other 2 kids, I believe. And she asked that father to take them when they both lost their jobs, because they had absolutely no money and no income. So she thought the husband was ex-husband or ex-boyfriend was in a better position to take care of the children. And I guess he agreed, so he took the children. So needless to say, on this update, really not much more information, but this is all kind of the inside of the investigation. Again, I don't know. The father seemed, genuine. He did have tears in his eyes. You can see the glossy redness kind of, coming out as he was holding it in. But the mother had nothing. Nothing. No tears, no, wiping the eye a little bit or a sniffle or nothing. So, we shall see. Hopefully anybody out there can pray. We're not going to have another incident like Casey Anthony. Poor Kaylee. So young. So, that's it. My update for today. I'll probably put out another video in about another day or 2. And as I'm getting things working and going on here, keep coming back. You'll see some changes that I make. And pretty soon, I hope that we can have a community of people who can share and like and subscribe. And, do everybody kind of, not favors, but, courtesy. All right, well, hope everybody has a great day. Stay safe, drive safe. All right, catch you later.